Hello everyone, Matt here, and welcome to a new video. So on April 7th to April 10th, over the weekend, I was in London with the Perfect Sky at Star Wars Celebration Europe. So during the event, we purchased a variety of merchandise and gear, and we're just gonna kind of show them off here. Please enjoy. So starting off with a small one, 99p, very cheap. They had a variety of them, and that is a Topps Wide Vision trading card for Star Wars Episode 1, The Mysterious Enemy. So, flicking through these, they had like booster boxes with all these cards in, and they were all Series 1 and Series 2, which were both Phantom Menace. And I'm flicking through and thinking, okay, if there's a nice one, a nice looking one, I'll go for one, and if I can get a Darth Maul, even better. So, yeah, managed to flick through and managed to find Darth Maul, the mysterious enemy. So on the front, you've got a wide screen shot as if it's just being cropped straight from the film, the cinema or TV. And then on the back, you have Queen Amidala, you have Palpatine, you also have Darth Maul in his hooded appearance. And I believe in this bottom corner, we've got Newt Gunray. I believe that's his name from the Trade Federation. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it's not Newt Gunray, please correct me. And please actually tell me who Newt Gunray is, because I've got that in my head and I can't picture him other than this character on the back of this card. This is number 64. I don't know how many there is in the collection, but reading the back of it, because it's got quite a bit of text on the back, but reading that, sent to destroy both Jedi, Darth Maul arrives in Feed. Meanwhile, the Queen outlines the Naboo attack plan. The Gungans must draw the droid army away from the cities. We can enter the city by using the secret passages on the waterfall side. Once we get to the main entrance, Captain Panaka will create a diversion so that we can enter the palace and capture the Viceroy. Without the Viceroy, they will be lost and confused. And then some smaller text below that is pointing to the hooded Maul. Darth Maul sent by Lord Sidious to do away with the Jedi as a figure of mystery and fear. So, I don't recall Lord Sidious ever being mentioned in the film. I could be wrong, but I don't recall Lord Sidious, Darth Sidious being ever mentioned. It could be, or it could be in the novels, and that's where it's come from, or the card's obviously coming out after the film. Maybe, Lucas or one of the writing teams gave some extra backstory and information to, why Maul's here or who's Maul working with. Because we do see Maul with Sidious in the film, but I don't recall Sidious being mentioned by name. But correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. Always correct me if I'm wrong. And at the same stall that had a variety of retro goods, figures, and some more current stuff like some plushies and electronics, they also had comics. Now, there was just a pile of comics. It wasn't a case of they were a comic-centric stall, so I don't think in terms of pricing and quality, I don't think they particularly cared or knew about it. But I managed to get 2 copies of Star Wars Darth Vader issue 20. Now, these are the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm covers, and with the image on it, it is the Mandalorian, the first appearance of the Mandalorian and Grogu on a comic book in comic book form. So before they've had their own mini-series issues, this is their first appearance. Now, we've got the gold print, which is the first printing, and then we've got the silver, which is the second printing. Now, I was umming and ahhing on which copy to go for. The Perfect Sky really liked the silver one because of the silver matching kind of the Beskar armor on the Mandalorian. And I was kind of swaying towards the gold with it being a first printing. But we don't go to London often now because of the pricing. It's really expensive, and finance-wise, to go out much, we don't do that either. We rarely do that now. Like, we're just like once in a lifetime thing. If I'm going to go on eBay and try and get these later down the line out of interest, they're going to skyrocket in price, and I won't be able to get them at the price I got at the convention, so I ended up going for both. Which look really nice. They do look really nice. I believe I've already read this issue. If not, I'll be reading it in physical form as opposed to digital on Marvel Unlimited. So it's always nice to have a physical copy because I do prefer reading comics physically. Just a nice feel to it. It's nice. There's adverts in the comics, but I don't actually mind that. I think it's a nice, it's extra content to read, I guess you could say, for the price. But yeah, got these 2 comics, which were really cool. Not the only comics I bought, though, because we also went to some other comic book locations or stores. There was one store in particular, actually, I'll try and find the comic cover, the variant, and I'll have it in the video. But there was an older Star Wars issue, I believe, or it might have been the first Star Wars from 2014 Star Wars, and it was something like 50 cool moments or 50 memorable moments, and each comic that had one of these covers on the front was a particular moment from the film, etc. And the one I found in this collection of comics that this store was selling was a Luke Skywalker in the hood as he enters Jabba's palace to get Han back. And I was on an hour, and it wasn't expensive at all. It was actually a really decent price for what it was. But I was on an hour and thinking, oh, do I really want it? Do I don't? So I was like, okay, I'll wait a day or two, and then if I come back, see if it's still there, I'll grab it like it's Fate or something. Because we saw these immediately on the Friday. And coming back on the Sunday, well, we did all 4 days, but went back to that store on the Sunday, and they'd moved stuff around, they'd shuffled. We couldn't find the comics at all. None of the comics were there. And then we tried again on the Monday, the final day, and they weren't there. So we were like, okay, it's Fate. I mean, maybe I should have asked the stall, the guy at the stall to say if they still had them, but I didn't bother. Maybe it was Fate that I wasn't actually meant to have that comic, so I didn't get it. But it was a really nice cover. If I can find it, an image of it, I will post it in the video so you can take a look. Give me your thoughts. Should I have gone for that comic? Let me know. The other stall, another stall that was selling exclusively comics, doing comics exclusively, and had some exclusives, was called Unknown Comics. So at Unknown Comics, I picked up three comic books, and the first one is the exclusive one. So before the convention, there was all the information and details on exclusive comics you could get at the stall or at the convention itself. So I'd already kind of pinpointed what I wanted to go for as in exclusives and make sure I get them before they just sell out, because a lot of the merchandise at the convention, specifically the exclusives, sold out almost immediately. So if you weren't here for the Friday or even the Saturday, you most likely would have not been able to get those exclusives that you were interested in, because they were selling fast. So this cover is Star Wars Darth Vader issue 32. It is a virgin cover. The guy at the store was mentioning that it's a virgin print or a virgin cover because there is no barcode, there's no publishing details on the front, no issue number or anything. It's just the image alone, not even text. So it doesn't even say, Star Wars Darth Vader. So this is a virgin cover, but it's Darth Vader with his lightsaber drawn straight to you, and the victims are caught in its blade. It's a really cool image. And this is an Unknown Comics exclusive that is exclusive to Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023. So if you look at the back, you can see there, that's exclusive. It's got its exclusive image there. And at the top, you can see Variant Edition 32. So this is really cool. Shame it's not bordered, but I think because they had a massive amount of these comics to sell throughout the 4 days, I don't think they were bordering them up either. I think it was a case of, these we've got exclusive for the show, we're selling them exclusive at the show, so we're not going to board them, we're just going to sell them as they are. But it's bagged at least, which is nice. And the other two comics that I got was Star Wars issue 25. Now, this is I believe this has got a couple of shorter comics and stories within the book itself, but you've got Darth Vader there in the back with his lightsaber beamed up, and in front is Anakin there with his blue saber. He does have a bit of a look to him, does Anakin, but it's kind of showing that he's dark. This dark side is creeping up on him, and you've got the blade and Vader behind him, showing off that darkness that what he becomes. And it's a really nice cover. I really do like it. This is also an exclusive to Unknown Comics. It's not exclusive to Celebration, but it's an exclusive that they pointed out at the convention. Hey, look, this is exclusive to our store. Grab it now before it sells out. And I believe Unknown Comics are based in America, so being over here in the UK, it's something to grab, because I might not have been able to get it online if their shop doesn't sell online, or if it's a higher price online. And the other one is another Virgin cover, and that is Star Wars Visions issue 1. So the Ronin, this Visions, this episode of Visions was so good. It was my favorite one. I really loved it. I wanted to see more. I don't know if the Visions comic does expand on it or not, but I'm really looking forward to giving it a read. this is another Virgin print, and on the regular print, there was two variants. There was the Virgin print, which is this one, and then underneath the red blade, the lightsaber there, was the text and logos Visions. So I was lucky enough to get the Virgin print because I think the art is really nice. So it's nice to not have the barcode, the logos, the prints, the details, and text on the front. So those were all the comics I managed to get at the store. But alongside the comics that were exclusive to the store, there was also a comic stall called Limited Edition Comics, and they had a variety of comics you could purchase. And one of the key features or the exclusives that they had there was a poster in various sizes, in comic book size poster, in a A3 size poster, and I believe there was another size as well. Now this poster is a 3D poster, 3D glasses, and it is Vader with the cracked helmet, and you can see Anakin going through. And when you move obviously when you with the glasses, when you move it, you can see Anakin coming through Vader. Looked really nice, and they had pricing incentives. So if you were if you spent this much amount of money, you would get this, and you would get this size poster. And I believe if you spent over £50, you got the largest. But none of their comics interested me in particular, so I didn't bother. I didn't bother going for it. But what they did have is there is an exclusive variant of Darth Vader Black, White, and Red issue 1 that they're offering, and you could only get that on their website. It's limited to 1,000, and what they're going to do is they're going to send that off after the show. So I managed to get that purchased, and purchasing that grants you a copy of the poster in comic book size with 3D glasses. So I've got that coming. It's not on its way yet, as far as I'm aware, but I've got that on order, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'll make sure the video includes the image of the poster in the comic as well. So that's all the comics I managed to purchase at the event. So moving on to Forbidden Planet. The Forbidden Planet stall was there. Forbidden Planet, I believe, are also available in America, but I know there's quite a few of their stalls based in the UK. And they had a couple of exclusives, and one exclusive in particular was the Star Wars Insider, the Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023 edition. Now, I've never purchased a Star Wars Insider magazine, and there's a lot of them. I don't know if this says... This is issue 217, so they've certainly been going on a long while. But they have interviews in there, they have films and facts and details and other exclusives within the magazine. So I thought, you know what, I'll grab it. We'll give it a read, and I'm sure it'll be a good time. It is sealed as well. I'm assuming that's because it's exclusive and they just wanted to make it look more fancy. I will obviously peel off the seal and give it a read, because while it is cool as it is, I don't particularly care that much of it being still wrapped and sealed compared to other merchandise and items that I purchased or have around my house. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving this a good read. If it's worth a read or worth checking out, I'll let you all know as well in the Discord, because you'll be able to pick up the issue anyway, just not the exclusive cover. But yeah, do you read Star Wars Insider? Let me know, because I won't subscribe, but if it's a good read, I'll look into picking up other issues. At the Forbidden Planet stall as well, there was also this book, Star Wars The High Republic, Catalysm by Lydia Kang. They had other books other than the High Republic series of books. They had some other books in the Star Wars range. Majority of them were paperback. I think they had the odd hardback, but not that much. But one of the main cool aspects of them having these books was they were doing author signings. So multiple authors of the various books were there at the convention at the Forbidden Planet stall, and throughout the 4 days at various times they were signing books. Now, I got this book from the Del Rey stand, the Del Rey books, and this one is an exclusive that you could only get at the stall. This book, in the form of the side here, the pages have all been spray painted down the side, the top and the side, in a goldish yellowy paint. So that's the exclusive side. But on top of the exclusive for getting this at the Del Rey store, it was also signed. So it was signed by Lydia Kang. At the bottom of the book, I will show it off. So the exclusive that you were getting from the Del Rey store was the golden cover of the page on the side. Alongside that is it's signed by Lydia Kang, the author herself. But what I didn't know, at least when I went at the time to grab this book, I didn't know if it was personally signed, as she was going to be there and personally signed the book, or if it was just signed with her name, if there was an extra cost, I didn't know. So I went to the stall and I said, can I grab that book? And, please, obviously use manners, obviously. But, I said, is it signed personally, or is it just pre-signed? And she opened up the book and said, it's pre-signed. But what the staff member at the stall mentioned, which I thought was really cool and I really appreciated it, super grateful, was that the Forbidden Planet stall has the authors, and Lydia Kang will be there to sign it if you personally want her to sign it. I said, that's great. Do you know if there's going to be a charge for that? He said, no, it'll be free. There's no charges. So I purchased the book at the Del Rey stand, which granted me the pre-sign and then the golden cover side of the pages. And it wasn't on the Friday and the Saturday were very busy for signing, and I think I managed to get the signature on the Saturday. I queued up for what felt like an hour. It might have been less, might have been more, but we queued up, and some of the authors were leaving or they were busy, so they couldn't do any signings. So we had a staff member come past the queue, going, "Oh hey, who are you having to sign?" And I was like, "Oh, Lydia Kang, please." It's like, "Okay." Have you got the merch? I said, "Yeah, I've got a book already." He said, "Oh, great." Okay, he said, you don't have to worry about queuing up if you want to come around with me. So she basically, the staff member basically went around the queue. For most people who wanted just Lydia Kang alone, the staff just walked us right around to the stall, and we just had a separate queue for Lydia Kang. So this book was not only signed by Lydia Kang, I also managed to get a personal. The bookmark just dropped out. I got a personal signature there, or personal signing there. So to Matthew, may the force be with you. And she was really awesome. She was just signing that like she's loving it. She's happy to, and she put little star marks as you could see. And honestly, it was really cool. It was very special. So I'm looking forward to eventually giving this book a read. I do have the audio book, but I'm not there yet in the story. But I think when I get around to it, I will definitely be reading the book over the audiobook. But yeah, that was really awesome. This book, very special, especially with the exclusivity to it, and the fact that I got it personally signed and met her on the day. Okay, moving on. So the Perfect Sky, we came past this clothing stall that's not exclusive, but they sell only in America. And I think it's called Heroes. Is it called Heroes and Villains? It might be called Heroes and Villains. But they have a variety of Star Wars clothing. And we were walking past it, and I think Perfect Sky was kind of umming and ahhing about purchasing anything. But you could at least, what you could do is there was a queue to go to pay. But around that booth, you could actually look at all the clothing and what they had to offer. So the Perfect Sky managed to find a couple of things that she really wanted. So she managed to grab them, make a purchase. So one of the things, and I'm going to really poorly model it. I won't be able to, I'm not a model, certainly not. But we'll try and show it off a bit, and I'll have pictures and any accompanying videos if possible. But the first thing is like a cardigan sort of thing. It is a Ahsoka there on the chest there, and it's a cardigan. It's a decent thickness. And it's basically got Ahsoka's kind of stripes there from her headpiece. Yeah, it's very nice. I personally like it. I wouldn't wear it. I know I'm wearing it for the video, but yeah, very nice. And forgetting to mention it, but on the back there you can see it says SW for Star Wars, and I believe it is that Ahsoka's symbol. Please do let me know. I think that's her symbol, or if that's the face patterns on her face. This also is a her universe. So this was designed and I believe made by Ashley Eckstein, the voice of Ahsoka Tano. She has a wide range of merchandise, clothing, in partnership with Disney and Star Wars and Lucasfilm. And at first it was originally just Star Wars, then it became a a variety for everyone. So at first it was her universe sort of thing, aimed at like female market for clothing and Star Wars. Then it became more of anyone's universe, our universe, or something along those lines. And then basically it's multi-seg. Anyone can, it's not really aimed at one single market. And then it branched out and expanded from that to do other Disney, Disney related material and clothing. So yeah, really cool. Jumper there, cardigan there. Doing another quick change now for I'm gonna Clone Wars. Clone Force 99 Troopers jacket. Now this is really cool. You got 99 there with skull, and then on the side there, I believe that is also. I think that's 99. Okay, it might not be 99. I don't know. I do apologize. I don't know the Star Wars lingo, the Star Wars language. On the inside, you've also got a bit of text there. Not too sure if you can see, at least in the video, but I'll make sure I try and get like a clean cut picture for the end video there. But really like this. Perfect Sky really likes this. She's a big Bad Batch fan. Might even possibly be her favorite of the animated Star Wars shows. And seeing this jacket at the convention, I believe she saw someone wearing it, and that was kind of like, oh, I want that. So yeah, it was this was really cool. I believe there's also something on the back, so hopefully I can show that off. So I believe on the back also says Clone Force 99. And then the text is something specific to the show or a quote, but I don't read the I can't read the Star Wars lingo, so I have no idea. But the Perfect Sky knows. She looked into it and she can read it, so that's what matters. Since it's her clothing there. So I'm not going to wear these, but these were something Perfect Sky also picked up, and these are some pants or some trousers. So these again are Ahsoka Tano based. And it's just these blue pants. It's got I believe the beads here. I believe the beads that are also on the trousers there, tightening. I believe they're Ahsoka Tano based. I think. I don't know if it was her Padawan beads, but I believe it is related to that. And then on the side, you've got, I believe that's the Fulcrum symbol from Rebels, which I believe relates to Ahsoka Tano. But yeah, nice and simple, nothing too flashy or anything. But the Perfect Sky was very happy with her purchases. Now, I believe these were the only things the Perfect Sky purchased that is Star Wars related. But from that same store, because she spent so much, they gave away a Star Wars pin. So each celebration they do a trading pins, like the Disney stores and the Disney parks, where you've got the various pins you can collect and you can trade with us. So the trading pin that they were giving away with that store as an exclusivity was Baby Ahsoka. So if you've ever watched Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, I think there's one scene also in the Clone Wars where you've got Baby Ahsoka there. Now, I personally don't like this pin. I personally don't like Baby Ahsoka, but, it's a pin. It's a pin. It's exclusive to that store. But the Perfect Sky really likes it, so she was happy. So it was a nice... We weren't going to purchase any of the pins, I don't think, because none of them particularly interested us, and they were expensive. But the Perfect Sky was very happy to get this one included, without having to kind of go, oh, actually, I want to buy that as well. Very quickly, the Star Wars Celebration store. I did purchase a poster from there. We will show that off. But one of the other things I purchased, was a Star Wars Celebration exclusive pen. So hopefully, the video will show it. If not, I'll make sure to get an image of it. But you can see it has the Star Wars Celebration logo there on the side of the pen. Now, on the other side is a moving image. So I know there's a variety of pens out there, like ships, trains, etc. And basically you tilt the pen down, and the imagery moves as if it's like it's animated. And in this case, what you have is, if I can start it from the top, you basically have Boba Fett there on Tatooine falling into the Sarlacc pit, which is really cool. I'll try and see if I can get better footage of that, because basically my pen to the camera, the focus there isn't that great. So hopefully hopefully we can pull that off. But that was neat to get that pen. I do like pens. I use pens regularly, so if there's something unique to that pen, then it's always a great bonus. So let's show off what the Perfect Sky got. The Perfect Sky got two other things that are not Star Wars Celebration related. There was this one store that was selling almost everything, and there was some Star Wars stuff there, but for the most part, it wasn't Star Wars Central, which was really kind of weird and odd to see. That you go to a Star Wars convention and there is one store that's selling stuff that's not Star Wars, like they were selling horror, selling Marvel merchandise, basically a variety, and they had like 3 tubs of pins, basically lots of pins, some duplicates, some not. But the Perfect Sky started flicking through, and then managed to find a Nightmare Before Christmas with Zero there, and then Jack and Sally in the background there, trying to get this into good view and focus there. I'll make sure there's pictures in the video, but yeah, it's a really nice pin. I don't particularly care for pins. I don't really use them. I have some, but it's not something I kind of like show off or anything. But there was also another pin, because there was an offer for getting 2 pins for a set price. So she kept looking through and managed to find a Jack pin, which is pretty cool. I prefer the Zero one, I think, because it's got a bit more of a story to it rather than just Jack's face. But very nice pins, and again, she was very happy to have that merchandise or to pick them up at the convention. Going back round to the Forbidden Planet store now. So going further back to that, there was a stall, Micro Galaxy Squadrons. The specific company behind them, I've forgotten what the stall is, but they actually design and make these figures, these models, and they're a variety of ships, vehicles, transport, with the odd little character piece included. Now they're called Micro Galaxy because they're incredibly small, very detailed, and affordable price. So going to the big store, the big stall where they had all of them showing off big dioramas and everything, looked really nice. I say the word big and they're very small. You will see that. But they looked so nice and they looked really detailed. And I was like, we really wanted to purchase a couple of them because they look really nice. I was speaking to one of the staff members there, one of the people there, and talking about it and asking questions about the figures and the models and pricing, etc. And I was really shocked at the prices because they were so low. They're about between 10 and 15, and then some of the larger ones are 30, and then one that includes an AT or an AT-AT that has electronics in, and some other parts is about 60 to 80. I don't recall the specific price point, but I was really just stunned at how affordable they were compared to other figures I was seeing at the convention and that I know of generally from online. So as we were talking to the guy, it was quite a long, lengthy conversation. The Perfect Sky was queuing up to purchase clothing, so I was wandering around a bit just to see if we miss anything. And I'm talking to the guy, and he's really, I was complimenting him, but not like overpraise or anything, or expecting anything. And the gentleman explained to me and said, "Oh, I actually designed these. I'm actually the product designer of these models, these figures." And he said, since you've been so nice, please take this. And out of his back pocket, he provides and hands me over this really mini micro Galaxy Squadrons box, blind box. It's a single set mystery vehicle and figure from Series 2. The Star Wars Celebration is just a sticker that you can see on the box, so that could be peeled off. But I was just stunned. I think I was stunned as much as he was, because I think he loved the compliments and the praise, and I was being genuine. I wasn't trying to, like, boost his ego or anything. I'm generally like, I'll show in a moment because I did purchase a couple of things, but I was generally impressed, and I would say it might have even been one of the big highlights of the convention, because they're just so nice, detailed, and I'd love to have more on my figure shelf. But yeah, handed me over this, and I kept it over the weekend. Didn't open it till I was back home because I wasn't sure if I was going to open it or not. But we opened it up, and I will show it off on the camera here. So going back, now that we've explained the story on the figures, the forbidden the gentleman at the stall said that he wasn't actually going to be. They're not actually selling any of the figures, any of the models. But he said there's a Forbidden Planet stall nearby. They might be selling some. So when we went to the store, Forbidden Planet store, we had to queue up to go into the store because it was so busy, so packed, and they were limiting it to queues, and so many people in at a time. But we eventually got into the store, and I came across these Micro Galaxy Squadron figures. I believe there was only a couple. There wasn't a wide range, and they certainly wasn't the range that they were offering and showing at the stall. But I managed to pick up two that I really do like. So the first one that I managed to get was Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter from the Starfighter class, and it comes with the fighter itself. It also comes with the I've forgotten what the pod's called. The pod's called, but when it connects, it actually when in like the Clone Wars, he would go into hyperspace. So it's like the hyperspace pod. So once he connects it, he can shoot out. And I don't know if you can see, because it is that small, but on the side here, we've also got a little Obi-Wan figure, and we've also got an R4 droid as well, his R4 droid. And the really awesome thing is, it can actually fit inside the ship, both R4 and Obi-Wan. And what I didn't actually notice, because I didn't pay too much attention to the back. But on the back of it, there is actually a button on the ship to have R4 actually pop out of the ship, which is really awesome, really cool. And you probably won't be able to see through my webcam, but I'll make sure I've got a picture of it. But the Obi-Wan and the R4, they're really small, they're detailed enough that you would know, at least if you're a Star Wars fan, you would know who they are. Maybe not the R4 droid. But you would certainly know it's Obi-Wan. Just really impressive, and the pricing's like, honestly, I'm like really blown away at like how affordable it is. Like, I've not, other than a Lego Star Wars Jedi, the Starfighter, I don't know if there's actually any figures of a Starfighter out there, but I imagine they're not going to be in the same price tag that the Micro Galaxy figures are. But yeah, really happy with that one. And there was a second one as well that I managed to obtain, and that is Bo-Katan's Gauntlet Fighter. So if you've been watching The Mandalorian, you'll know of Bo-Katan's Gauntlet, or her ship, and it's really nice. So the wings on they do rotate upwards, kind of for like landing. And then setting off into moving and flying around. Also comes with a little Bo-Katan in the corner again. Again, not too sure if you're going to be able to see that, but I'll make sure I get a good shot for the video. I'm trying to actually look. It doesn't look like she comes with the Darksaber, but that's fair enough. She's just going to be sitting in the ship. But really cool. No additional features in this other than Bo can fit inside the ship, and then the ship rotates. But yeah, very happy that I managed to obtain these two, because I really liked the stall. I really liked everything that was shown off, the dioramas, etc. And it would have been such a shame to not be able to purchase any merchandise from that, and not to be able to come away without anything like that, because it wouldn't be the same feel of going on the website and purchasing as actually picking them up in store or at the event. But moving back to the little micro figure, now these ones are really small. in comparison. I believe the characters are the same size you'd see in the Obi-Wan and the Bo-Katan, but the little vehicle it comes with is incredibly tiny. So I don't know if you'll be able to tell from that. I'm going to tell you anyway, but feel free, before I say it, if you want to put in the comments who you think it is. But this is Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. Now I'm gonna take it out of its little plastic now, and hopefully we can, I can show off the pieces a bit more. It comes with a stand, which will be nice to prop it up. But you basically get the a little I think it's just like a bike sort of thing, some sort of speeder bike, which has got the weapons at the front there for shooting there. But and then you've got Annie there, little Anakin, who can sit in it. Now I don't know if the plastic on the back's actually meant to connect Anakin to it, but Anakin can at least sit on this, and then you can have that stood up on the plastic stand. But this is really awesome because the other awesome thing about it is, with this being a blind box, there is actually some exclusive figures that you can only get in this blind box set. And the Anakin one is an exclusive. So we are not exclusive, mystery. It's the silhouetted image. So on the front there, you can see a question mark. That's the one we got. But if you look at the side, you can also see there's 3 more exclusives, the silhouetted imagery. We were very lucky actually to get that. Usually in these blind boxes, I usually get ones that I don't particularly care for, or never like the rare shiny ones, the golden ones, or those silhouette ones. I usually don't get them, so it was really cool to be able to obtain that. What's it called? Tea. Moving on to the Hasbro stall. So Hasbro had a wide range of merchandise there. Some helmets that they sell, the figures from the Black series. I believe there's other series as well that they sell. They have these little cute little Grogu figures with big eyes, and Grogu's doing various things from the show. And they just had a wide range of merchandise. Now, this one I'm going to show off isn't an exclusive, but I did order an exclusive from Hasbro that I had to order on the website. And this other figure I did actually get that's not exclusive, I also got from the website as well. But it arrived actually, by the time I got back, it arrived. So it was almost like I did pick it up from the convention, which was really awesome. So the first thing I'm showing off, the Black Series Darth Maul. Now, looks really cool there on the side image, on the back as well, very cool. This is the Clone Wars Darth Maul as well, so if you look, you can see the robotic, the robotic legs there. But this is such a detailed figure. Now, I've not got a Star Wars figures. I don't even think I have any from a kid. From being a kid, I had the Lego Star Wars, but I don't believe I've got any, actual figures or models. So, seeing this at the convention, outside of the box in a nice pose and everything, was like, oh, this looks really cool. I wouldn't mind grabbing it. Now, if it weren't for the convention and seeing the store there, I most likely would not have purchased it, because I go on Hasbro Pulse a lot. I get the Power Rangers, I'll look into Power Rangers, the merchandise. I have a Lightning Collection figure from Power Rangers, but I've never really considered the Star Wars or the Marvel side of things. But seeing Darth Maul, and it's in a figure set with some other figures, and seeing in action, I was like, yeah, that's really cool. I do want to purchase that. So I purchased that online, and got it arrived in time when I got back home. So I'm most likely going to keep it in box. I think I'd love to see it outside of the box and posed, but I think the Perfect Sky kind of really likes it in the box. So I think we're going to keep it in its box for now, at least. This one wasn't an exclusive, so you can actually... It's an exclusive. I don't believe it's exclusive, but I believe managed to purchase it before it's available on the Hasbro website, I think. There was some sort of... I know there was some sort of small details as to why this is special compared to some of the other figures they sell, but I'm not 100% sure there. But the other bit of content that I purchased that is exclusive to Hasbro and is exclusive to Star Wars Celebration, where you had to scan a QR code at the convention that would take you to a link that you could get this purchased, so you couldn't get it purchased anywhere else. And I believe there was also a code you had to input as well, so that you couldn't just go, oh, here, take this link, and also put, take this link and buy it from home. No, you had to put the code in as well, so it was quite, felt very exclusive and tight and secure to, to obtain one of these. And I also believe it's limited to so many, but I couldn't tell you what, and I don't think there's a certificate involved or anything. But it's the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, and to celebrate that, Hasbro have this Star Wars Revenge of the Jedi Darth Vader figure. So based on the designs for like the poster, as you can see there, Revenge of the Jedi. Based on the poster, the model is more of a darkened red with like the kind of print and color that the original poster came on. I do apologize for the video there. You're not really going to see it, but hopefully I can move it away into some light, but you can see the color and everything. And on the side is the lightsaber in the little pocket there. The cloak is fabric as well, which is really awesome. And the card itself that you see at the front of the box is something you can take out. So what they were saying at the convention is that if you basically want to prop it up and stand it, you can have that behind it as like a backdrop. So you've got it there in the box, and then you've got the card itself, which just slots into the top of the box. So it's not, it doesn't come sealed or anything, but the card itself, just nicely slots back into the box there, which is very cool. Also, just to point out, just a good nod, just to nod it out there, is Hasbro's plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. So this box is all cardboard, which is really cool because the Power Rangers Lightning figure collection I've got, which is also Hasbro, is a plastic for the majority of it. So it's just nice that we're going, we're avoiding that and trying to obviously help the environment and all that. This is also a black series like the Darth Maul, but this is exclusive to the convention, so I don't believe these are going to be sold anywhere else, which is really cool. I've seen a lot of videos in my time of saying, oh, this is a convention exclusive figure and this is convention exclusive. Really liking them not being able to obtain it, so it's nice to obtain something that is exclusive, and it's exclusive to me because I grabbed it there. But on the back of the box, you can see that imagery again, and there's some text at the bottom explaining some details, so I'm just going to read that out. So Revenge of the Jedi, Episode 6's working title, was featured in the film's first trailer and early promotional materials, but just before its release, the name was changed to Star Wars Return of the Jedi. So that's what they're going for, the early promotional details there and content and details for the trailer and the poster there. So that's what this is based off. So it's a really nice nod, and it's also weird to me because I wasn't around when these films were coming out. So it's weird to know of Star Wars Return of the Jedi and have merchandise that says Revenge of the Jedi, because it's like, Revenge of the Jedi, is that right? Is that right? Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. Not Jedi, but yeah. Really awesome. And it's especially special because it arrived when I got back, so I wasn't waiting for it, which was really cool. Coming down now to the final few things, minus a load of posters, but there was one stall that did a variety of Star Wars merchandise in the form and content that I'm going to show you, and then it also had Disney and other franchises, Jurassic Park and other Marvel and other franchises, and they the store is called Fanatic. Now I believe they have a website, and I believe they sell worldwide. But what I purchased was a Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi unfinished business. This story is called, or this imagery is called, and it's an official ingot, officially licensed, limited edition to 5,000 worldwide, individually numbered, and a display stand is included. So they had a variety of these at the convention. The ingots. Some of the ingots were outside of the box, so I was able to look at it properly before considering it, because they had like a battle on Hoth. They had I don't think they had anything Darth Maul or Grievous, which was a shame because I would have loved that. But this was like the closest one that I really liked. I was hesitant to open it, but it's a really nice ingot. I don't think it's something that would. I mean, it might have some retail value later on, but I really like it. And I don't think I'd ever resell it because I don't like the idea of reselling some of my things. So we are going to open it up, and I'll show it off on camera here. We'll do that. We'll do that at the end, I think. But this was really awesome to have. They had a lot of really cool ingots and coins because I know coins are kind of popular now. Is getting those metal coins. But that was the thing that drew my eye was that ingot. So before we come down to our final few bits of merchandise and things to show off, there was an art stand or an art gallery area with some high quality canvases and prints that you could purchase and obtain framed or unframed. And then they had these artist stalls around where some of the artists were there selling their exclusive prints and signings and everything else. And alongside some of these stalls was these postcards with images on. And this is from the Kanji Collab Art Collective. So they're a group of people that have banded together. They promote each other's work. They, I'm assuming they would go to other conventions as well. If not all of them, but as groups, and they show off. They collaboratively work together to promote each other's, content. So they're all making something. It's not a competitive game here. It's team play. And we got all 9 cards. So these were just on the desk, and it was just a case of you pick one up, and then the incentive there is while you're looking at, you found that postcard, you take a look at the stall, maybe talk to the guy, purchase something if it does interest you. But we managed to get these cards, which was really cool. So there is 9 in total. I will read them out. But on the back is details on the artist, and then there's their social media network and websites if you do want to visit them. Basically, it says on the back here, Kanji Collab is a group of collaborative artists brought together by their love of Star Wars. Each Star Wars celebration, the artists of Kanji Collab come together to create a new set of Star Wars themed cards to share with like-minded fans visiting our tables in the Star Wars Celebration Art Show, which is really cool. Shame that I don't recall seeing them at the 2016 Star Wars Celebration in London, but cool to get a full set here. I will show off the cards. But the cards that we have and we've got is starting again now in the right order. We have Remnants by Chris D. We have Dash Rendar by Joe Hogan. We have Omega by Tina Key. We have Scoundrels Goodbye by Candice Daly. We have This Is the Way by Adam Schicklin. We have I Am What You Made Me by Seth Groves. We have The General by Chrissy Chung. Complicated Profession by Brian DeGeer. I have that upside down. There you go. And A Jedi of the Light by Haley Rock. Again, wrong rotation. So the ones that I personally like out of them all is 4 out of 9 cards. I really do like all the cards. There's no no contest there. They all are really, really nice. But the personal ones for me is number 1, Remnants. Number 5, This Is the Way. Number 6, I Am What You Made Me. And then number 9, A Jedi of the Light. So really, really cool cards there. The Perfect Sky really likes them. I believe the Perfect Sky is looking into some sort of like framing or some sort of like board to like keep them all together collectively so they all stand out nicely together. If that does happen, we get a picture or something, I'll make sure to include it in the Discord so you can take a look. And we're now coming down to the final few bits of merchandise or things that we got from the convention or being part of the convention. So, show off the exclusive landlord you could purchase from the website that arrived beforehand with your tickets so you could go around the convention. So it says Star Wars Celebration 2023 Europe, and then it's got the key art for Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023, which is the Death Star and it's splitting up into all the different ships. And I believe I've got it on a t-shirt, which will show the rest of it, but it's kind of coming down on London, which looks really cool. And then all the tickets, whether you were a staff, a photographer, a convention, a convention work there, or if you were going for all 4 days or just the individual days, there was some. Each card had its own imagery on that card. So sadly, the 4-day tickets really sold out so fast when I got there, so I missed out on getting the 4-day card. So we ended up having to purchase and get each individual card. So we got a Friday card, a Saturday card, Sunday card, and Monday card. The cards that we got, I keep calling them cards, but the tickets. So the tickets we got Friday with Han Solo there. We got Saturday with Leia there. We got Cassian on Sunday, and then for Mondays was C-3PO and R2-D2. Now, the really cool thing with these tickets is the artwork is done by one single artist, and all the imagery, all the tickets, they all, if you line them all up properly in the order, they all link together to make one larger image. So the option is you could get the cards, like postcards, at the artist's booth, and you could get them individually or get a poster that included them all. I mean, that would be without all the logos and prints, like none of the details on the back, and then none of the text on the front, so you just got the full image. Sadly, they'd all sold out by the time I got there when I got to the booth on the Sunday. I don't know why I never went on the Friday, Saturday, or the Saturday or the Sunday to that booth, but going on the Monday, it had all sold out. They were very, very popular. But the cool thing was, though, at least when we got into the celebration store after queuing for again another hour or so, these conventions are just queuing. You do probably more queuing than you do looking at a stall or purchasing something. But we got multiple posters here, and I'll try and show these off in the best way possible. They are all rolled up, so I'm unrolling them on camera, obviously, so you're going to hear that audio, so I do apologize for the noise there. But let's try and get these okay, here we go. So quick back shot there. You can see the majority of them all lined up. I do apologize, it is all curled, but you have all the characters there, and then moving it further up, you have Star Wars Celebration there at the bottom. So all of these were tickets. So I know they had staff, they had VIPs, they had your regular, your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They had your 4-day. Each one of these is a ticket. So basically, there was 20 individual tickets that were all stationed to whatever member you were at the convention. But collectively, it looks really nice. It's almost like the hyperspace, but with the rainbow, the multicolored pattern there. Then you've got all the characters, but all the stars and everything aligned. So if you do have a poster like this, it all connects up. Or if you bought the individual cards, you could then, I guess, frame them and then it would be all collectively together. So that was a really cool thing to grab. I grabbed it as a poster because I was going to go for the cards or some of the cards that I liked, but then I went about the overall image. So getting the poster just guarantees that I've got the full image there, which will be nice to kind of have pinned up somewhere. So at the convention, there was many panels we went to, and after going to I believe it was the Mandalorian, we went to the Mandalorian panel, not the Mandalorian panel. We went to the Lucasfilm opening panel, which had Lucasfilm were talking about all their different films, what's coming out, talking about the current shows that are already airing, and at the very end of that panel, they said, "Oh, come back, you guys, you are in this panel. You've got you get an exclusive early screening 1 week early. come back at the end of the day to this same stage. You can watch the latest episode of The Mandalorian, which was the episode called The Spies. So not only did we get to see an 8-minute preview during that presentation, but at the end of the day, we got to see the full episode, which was really awesome. But leaving that booth, we were given a poster. I'm going to try and find that poster. Hopefully you can see it all here in all its glory. But at the end, leaving that presentation at the end, we got this The Mandalorian poster there, which is really cool. We got Bo-Katan there with the Darksaber, looks really cool. Grogu looks like he's just going to like force push you or something. Then you got the Mandalorian at the top there, and then all the various other characters. But this was really cool to get that as like, you know, a nice bonus at the end of the day. And then there was other panels we went to throughout the week, throughout the weekend. And one in particular were one of the particular panels, I can't remember which one, but we left and they gave us posters, these Lego posters. So a Lego Mandalorian poster. So this is replicating, I believe, the season 3 poster for the Mandalorian, or season 3 promotional material of the Mandalorian, but in Lego form. And it's really cool. And what I like as well is it doesn't have the Lego logo on there. So it comes across as if like it's a variant of a legitimate poster there, just in Lego form. I really do like that. So we were given one of these, and then I think every panel we left started giving these out. I think they just had Legos. The Lego store just had so many they just needed to give them away to just kind of get rid. So I have multiple of these, but these will be going out to individuals, other than the one that me and the Purple Sky are going to keep for ourselves. But that was really cool. Okay, so before we show off the ingot and then we close off the video, there was actually a couple of other merchandise that we purchased beforehand with our tickets. So there was a lot of exclusive items you could purchase beforehand, and I think it was just a case of the convention just getting as much money as they can. But I was a fool. I fell for it. So I purchased 2 t-shirts. I purchased the t-shirt that simply has the Star Wars Celebration logo on it. Then I purchased the Key Art t-shirt as well. So me and the Purple Sky, we wore into the convention, and stuff was really cool to have the exclusive shirts there, wearing them as we, we're going around the stores, etc. I will post the imagery. It will be in the video. You're just not going to get me modeling them off on this occasion. But the other things that we did actually, purchase was a Star Wars Celebration 2023 patch. Now, I don't have these patched onto anything. I don't have them sewed onto anything. I know the Perfect Sky really likes patches. And if I'm generous, I might let her patch it onto a bag or something. But the other thing we also got was a Star Wars Celebration Europe pin badge as well. So that will... I mean, the Perfect Sky's got a lot of pins lately, and she's getting into the pin scene. So I'm thinking of like getting like a big like pin board, and we could just have all the pins pinned on it. It'd be really nice. I've got varieties I got from magazines way back in the day, and things. It'd be really cool to kind of show them all off, as opposed to having them on a bag or a coat or something. But that was pretty much everything we purchased. It wasn't a cheap weekend, but it was a very enjoyable. Lots of great moments. Perfect Sky teared up at one moment or two, twice. Lots of jaw-dropping moments. We got to see exclusive stuff that has not been shown outside of the convention, and we have exclusive merchandise as well, from being there. So it was a brilliant experience. Loved it. But before we go, we are going to open this up, and we are going to show off the ingot, the unfinished business. There we go, outside of its wrapper, so it's not looking as like the lighting's not like kind of affected off the plastic there, but looks really nice in its box. And then if I just pull it out, we can find out what number we are. So out of 5,000, take your guess. If I was number 1, I'd be happy with it. If I was 5,000, I'd be happy with it. I don't really know if I don't particularly have a favorite number, so it's not like I'd be going, oh, I wish I had that number. But let's see what we get. So it's in a nice kind of presentable, even inside the box. So you know it's getting like well looked after and well kept. And then I've got to be very careful now to to get it out of here. Not too sure how. Oh, okay. So the ingot itself, hopefully you can kind of see that nicely. But it's got the Obi-Wan Kenobi logo at the top. You got Obi-Wan and Vader facing off. And on the back, we have Star Wars logo. And then we have the number, which hopefully you can see. I have to put my lighting up a bit, or get a better shot of it. But the number, we are 438 out of 5,000, so we're in the top 500, which is really cool. So I'm happy with that. You can also see in the back there, you've got the stand to stand it up on, which is really awesome. So I will be doing that. I'm just going to pop it back in the box for now. So yeah, that was like the last thing to kind of round off the video. I'm not too sure how much was actually. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm missing. I don't think there is, but at the Perfect Sky, I'll do like a proofread and point out if I'm missing anything or if I've said something wrong. But this was quite a lengthy video to do. I spoke for about 20 minutes before realizing I never hit the record button, so I showed off quite a few things beforehand, then realized, oh, it's not on camera. But hopefully, remember, I said the same lines that I said the first time, because I've not made this scripted. I thought I'd just kind of improv on the fly and go for it. So I'm not going to spend like the next days or two like getting this edited and rendered and stuff. So hopefully we can have a nice decent video up on YouTube. Hopefully it won't be too lengthy. But let me know if you've been to Star Wars Celebration, you're a fan of Star Wars. Let me know your favorite character. Let me know any of this merchandise you would have liked for yourself. Do you have any of the micro figures? Do you have any Topps cards, whether they're digital or some of the older ones back in the day? What's your rarest merchandise? But for now, at least, we are going to end the video here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your continued support. Really, really, really does mean the world to me. But until next time, bye for now.